Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. It's day 31. We got through the 30 days. I'll try not to break any strings today. I've got another song for you. A few people asked for this song. I don't know how the rest of you feel about it. It's a Bob Dylan song, so we're going to play that today. I just want to actually shout out to Colin. We've been in touch with our old mate Colin Lunt, who used to look after Kokomo's affairs up in Auckland. He's going crazy in lockdown, of course, because Colin's the most active person I've ever come across. Has run out of things to do by this stage. But yeah, lovely to hear from Colin. I hope everyone else is all right out there. It's the weekend coming up tomorrow, so yeah, well, that'd be nice. I'll have Jan home for the weekend, which is always good. Cook up some nice food. Hit a couple more of those gin and tonics. But yeah, in the meantime, a few people asked. So this is the Bob Dylan song. It's a story of Lily and Rosemary and the Jacombs. Settle in. Carnival was over. The boys were all planning for a haul. Cabaret was quiet, except for the drilling in the wall. Curfew had been lifted and the gambling wheels shut down. Anyone with any sense had already left town. He's standing in the doorway, looking like the Jack of Hearts. Now he moved across the mirrored room, set him up for everyone, he said. Then everyone commenced to do what they were doing before he turned their heads. He went up to a stranger and he asked him with a grin, "Would you kindly tell me, friend, what time the show begins?" Then he moved into the corner, face down like the Jack of Hearts. Backstage the girls were playing 5-card stud by the chair. Lily had 2 queens, she was hoping for a third to match her pair. Outside the streets were filling up and the window was open wide. A gentle breeze was blowing, you could feel it from inside. Lily called another bet and drew the Jack of Hearts. Well, Big Jim was no one's fool. He owned the town's only diamond mine. He made his usual entrance, looking all so dandy and so fine. With his bodyguards and silver cane and every hair in place, he took whatever he wanted to and laid it all to waste. But his bodyguards and silver cane were no match for the Jack of Hearts. Now Rosemary combed her hair, took a carriage into town. She slipped in through the side door, looking like a queen without a crown. She fluttered her false eyelashes and whispered in his ear, "I'm sorry, darling, that I'm late," but he didn't seem to hear. He was staring into the corner, over at the Jack of Hearts. Now I'm sure I've seen that face before. Big Jim was thinking to himself, maybe down in Mexico or a picture upon some dusty shelf. But then the crowd began to stamp their feet and the house lights did dim. And in the darkness of the room there was only Jim and him, staring at the butterfly who just drew the Jack of Hearts. Now Lily was a princess. She was fair-skinned and precious like a child. She had that certain something, there was a kind of a flash every time she smiled. She'd come away from a broken home, had lots of strange affairs, with men in every walk of life that took her everywhere. But she never met anyone quite like the Jack of Hearts. Well, hanging judge came in unnoticed and was being wined and dined. The drilling in the wall kept up, but no one seemed to pay it any mind. It was known all around that Lily wore Jim's ring, and nothing could ever come between Lily and the king. No, nothing ever would, except maybe the Jack of Hearts. Now Rosemary started drinking hard and seeing her reflection in the knife. She was tired of the excuses, tired of playing the role of Big Jim's wife. She'd done a lot of bad things, even once tried suicide. Was looking to do just one good deed before she died. She was staring into the future, riding on the Jack of Hearts. Now Lily took her dress off, buried it away. As your luck run out, she laughed at him. Oh, I guess you must have known it would someday. Be careful not to touch the walls, there's a brand new coat of paint. Well, I'm glad to see you're still alive, looking like a saint. But down the hallway footsteps were coming for the Jack of Hearts. The backstage manager was pacing all around by his chair. There's something funny going on, he said. I know, I can just feel it in the air. He went to get the hanging judge, but the hanging judge was drunk, and the leading actor hurried by in the costume of a monk. But there was no actor anywhere better than the Jack of Hearts. Now no one knows the circumstance, but they say it happened pretty quick. The door to the dressing room burst open and a cold revolver clicked. And Big Jim was standing there, you couldn't say surprised. Rosemary right beside him, steady in her eyes. Well, she was with Big Jim, but she was leaning to the Jack of Hearts. Now 4 doors down, the boys finally made it through the wall. Cleaned out the bank safe, said they got off with quite a haul. And in the darkness of the riverbed, they waited on the ground for one more member who had business back in town. For they couldn't go no further without the Jack of Hearts. Now the next day was hanging day, and the sky was overcast and black. Big Jim lay covered up, killed by a penknife on the back. And Rosemary on the gallows, oh, she didn't even blink. The hanging judge was sober, he hadn't had a drink. And the only person on the scene missing was the Jack of Hearts. Well, the cabaret was quiet. A sign said, closed for repair. Lily had already taken all of the dye out of her hair. She was thinking about her father, who she very rarely saw. Thinking about Rosemary and thinking about the law. Oh, but most of all, she was thinking about the Jack of Hearts. I said most most of all, she was thinking about the Jack of Hearts. There we go. Lily, Rosemary and the Jack of Hearts. Said I'd be able to do it sometime. Come back. Stay 32 tomorrow. I'll have another song for you then. Bye.